He can handle it. He needs it. Hey, that guy survived maximum male models. He survived that. He has survived getting beat almost every week.
WWE Money in the Bank is going to be in the United Kingdom. The Money in the Bank ladder matches, almost the full lineups are pretty much set on the women's end. You have 5 out of the 6 spots already confirmed as of this recording, as you got Becky Lynch, Zoey Stark, Zelina Vega, Io Sky, and Bayley in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Who do you see walking out with the briefcase, Dutch?
Well, I'm always wrong on this, but who is new and who needs the push? I'd say Zoey Starks. Let her walk out with it, which advances her. Becky Lynch doesn't need it. Bayley doesn't need it. Bianca doesn't need it. Is she in it? Bianca's in it?
No, Bianca's not in it right now.
But just discard the ones that are already established and go to the ones that they need a little bit of a kick to get to where they're going, or a little bit of a push. I'll go with Zoey Starks.
Zoey Stark is your pick for that one. Talking about the men's end of things, all 6 spots are filled up. You got LA Knight, you got Santos Escobar, you got Ricochet, Shinsuke Nakamura, you got Damian Priest in there, and you got Butch as well. So all out of those 6 competitors, all of them have never been a world champion on the main roster. So you can pretty much go any which way on this one, but who's your pick to win the men's Money in the Bank ladder match?
I'll go top 3 first. I'll go Priest, LA Knight, and Butch. Butch because it's in the UK, right?
Yeah.
But I think they'll kind of discount that because he's not the biggest guy in the world. I will go with LA Knight. Is what I'll go with. Priest is in that other thing. LA Knight needs a kick in the ass, and he may get it.
So you said LA Knight is your pick for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. I think you were explaining why you think it's going to be LA Knight.
Because he can handle it. He needs it. Hey, that guy survived maximum male models. He survived that. He has survived getting beat almost every week. Excuse me.
And he survived Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, he lost to him. Yeah, and that damn, the dark match or whatever they had. I never understood that match.
Pitch black match, yeah.
Well, I didn't understand that match. But I think LA Knight would be the one they would go with.
Not a bad pick there, and I do agree with your top 3 that you gave us. Those seem to be kind of the favorites going in. If it's not going to be LA Knight, I could definitely see it being Damian Priest, especially after his performances over the last month and his whole story that he has going on with the Judgment Day. But I do also agree with you that LA Knight is the guy that needs it the most. That's the kind of skyrocket or lighten the match on a guy that's been getting big responses from the fans.
Yeah, I mean, if he walks out there, he gets a big response, whether the people think he's going to win or lose or not. He connects with the people. And what is that chemistry that he connects? I don't know. If they knew that, they'd have everybody be drinking out of that bottle. But he just goes out there, yeah, let me talk to you. And people like that. Because I think he kind of reminds them of somebody they have known somewhere along the line. And he just feels that position in your psyche that you know this guy and he'd be interested. But whatever he does, he's doing it well because the people notice him.
Yeah.
Let me talk at you.
Yeah, LA Knight. Yeah, we're going for the Money in the Bank. I did want to ask you because recently in the wrestling world, we lost one of the all-time greats, the Iron Sheik, just passing away. One of the pioneers when it comes to foreign heels in professional wrestling. Any stories or thoughts on the passing of Iron Sheik and any memories that you have with the great?
Stories. Yeah, I have several stories. I'll tell one. One time, I was in WCW, and we were going 7 days a week. I mean, you didn't have an off day. I didn't. Before this whole tour was over of that run, I spent 64 days on the road. 64. And I went home once during that 64 days, and that was a layover in Nashville where I was living. I was just a layover there for 3 hours. And I went to see my wife, or she come see me or whatever. But on this tour, I got in with Sid Vicious and Iron Sheik. You talk about an experience. It was too much. And the Sheik would get in the back seat, and we were going around one town after the other, one town after. We end up one Saturday night in Knoxville, Tennessee. Now, it would seem that since we travel so much, we will know when there's going to be big crowds in cities, football cities, college football cities like Knoxville. And Knoxville, University of Tennessee, had a home game. Man, there wasn't a room to be had. We rode around. We finally found a Motel 4, which was 2 levels down from a Motel 6. And we went in there, and they charged us like $75 for a room, when normally the room would be like $12 or $15. But since there were no other rooms, they could charge that. We went in the room. I swear to God, I've been in some jail cells that had more amenities. TV didn't work. I mean, they had no soap, one towel. Oh, it was horrible. So, but the Sheik wanted to go out. And it was about 2 o'clock in the morning. He wanted to go out. I said, where are we going to go out at 2 o'clock in the morning? I mean, I was ready to go out. I didn't want to spend time in that room. Actually, I went into the bathroom, and they had 2 cockroaches laying on the sink. And there was dental floss laying next to them. So I assumed that the cockroaches hung themselves to keep from being in that room. So we go out to this bar, and we pull up, and it's a gravel parking lot. What's that telling you? A gravel parking lot, really? Which means bring your own chaser, really. I mean, bring your own booze. They would sell you the chasers. That's how they made money. We went in there, and all the bouncers knew us, and we had a rental car from, I think, Hertz. And on the way pulling in, there's a guy sitting there and wasn't moving. We was trying to get in, and Sid blew his horn. Beep, beep. Oh, it pissed the guy out. The next thing we saw was that come out the window. Oh, the Sheik goes off. Oh, my God, Sir Vicious. Oh, Sir Vicious, disrespected Sir Vicious. And he got Sid all wound up. And Sid went up there and said, what the hell, guy? And he punched the guy. And the guy took off. So we pull in. All the bouncers knew us. They got us a little spot. So we go in, packed. It was jam-packed. Now, this is about 3 o'clock in the morning. We're leaving at 7 to go for the flight. We just got out of the room. So we go in there, and Sid takes off, and Sheik takes off, and I stay there. Yeah, I didn't drink, so I stayed there like at the front a little bit. And then I saw the Sheik come around walking this woman. He's with this woman. And they start talking up against the bar, and he pulls her boobies out. She's there at 3 o'clock in the morning with her boobies out, and a guy walks by and he sees Sheik and he recognizes him. He said, "Oh, Iron Sheik, Iron Sheik, I'm a big fan, man." And he was bothering Sheik. The next thing I know, Sheik come up off the boobies and he open hand slapped that guy. The side of his face looked like Chernobyl. It was red. And then he went back to the girl, and there was a cop standing there. And he looked at the cop and said, "Hey, you hit me, hit me." The cop said, "Didn't see a thing," walked off. He said, "Dutch, you might want to get Sheik and see it out of here because he slapped that guy outside. And there's some rumors going around that they're going to get you guys." I said, "That's all I needed to hear." We went outside, and guess what? That Lincoln Continental we'd rented, the whole back windshield was gone. There was a brick through the back windshield, glass all over the seats. And I said, "Well, we got to go." So the Iron Sheik and the girl and the woman, they got in the back seat over all that glass, and we drove back to the hotel, the motel, really. And we spent about an hour or two there. Then we went up and go to the airport. But I spent 64, well, I didn't, on the road, but I only spent like 30 with Sheik and Sid. I had to get away from those guys, but I was still on the road. I just wasn't with them. But that's one of my Sheik stories.
Wow.
Crazy.
The Iron Sheik, one of a kind, one of a kind.
But my condolences to Sheik's family. And Sheik, he was always nice to me. I was always cool with him. So anyway, that's my story.